Many videos on the internet talk about first date questions that you should ask on the very first date with someone new. But I don't encourage you to think about first date questions too much, because it's of vital importance not to overthink things to the point where you literally sound like you are interviewing a woman. When a Slavic woman feels like she has to answer a question correctly, she feels uncomfortable suddenly. Therefore, I'd like to offer you a different and more effective approach in this video. The truth about first date questions. As I see it, questions are paramount. Most individuals do not ask enough questions on the first date. But that doesn't mean you should prepare a list of questions asked her before the first date. I mean, you would be well advised to make your questions sound natural. If you could do something that allows a Slavic woman to share things that she don't often get to discuss, things that she's genuinely interested in, you have found the sweet spot. You need to hear what she's truly passionate about. In other words, the focus is less about the first date questions and more about the fact that she can be herself around you, which makes you really valuable in her world. Indeed, a woman falls in love with you because she likes who she can become when she's with you. After the first date, this woman will realize that you two can interact on an emotional and intellectual level and talk about things that really matter to her instead of being asked the same boring first date questions she often gets. Ideally, she needs to ask questions about you too. What's more, you should pay attention to conversational frequency. Make sure that the conversation on the first date doesn't stay at the same frequency. If you receive an answer and immediately move on to the next questions, that date becomes a fact-finding activity rather than an organic conversation.